Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and a warm welcome if you're new, honey. So today we're going to talk about Glorilla being caught with a controlled substance as well as some Mary J. So if you're ready to get into this story, just stay tuned. And just a quick PSA, I am currently at the doctor's office waiting. So I saw this story and I decided I'll go ahead and just, hurry up and make it. So let's go ahead and get into it. It looks like Glorilla was arrested in Georgia on 2 serious drug charges. According to jail records, the rapper was booked Tuesday in Forsyth County for possession of a scheduled controlled substance and possession of marijuana over 1 ounce, both felony offenses under Georgia law. So far, the details surrounding the arrest are not clear, but police confirmed that she was taken into custody and released later that day after posting a $22,000 bond. This marks her second legal run-in in Georgia in just over a year. But I really wouldn't compare the two situations here, because in this situation, come to find out, she wasn't even home at the time of the situation, and now her legal team is coming out and taking the social media to set some things straight. For those who don't know, Glorilla's house was actually broken into this weekend, and by the time that the cops arrived, the suspects were already gone. But investigators say they encountered weed in their search for the burglars, and the rapper was then charged with felony drug possession. The Forsyth County Sheriff's Office says that deputies responded to a report of a burglary in progress on Saturday at around 1:30 a.m. at a residence in the Atlanta suburbs. The Sheriff's Office then says that 3 suspects entered the house when an armed occupant fired at the intruders. The Sheriff's Office made sure to include that she was not present, not around at the time of this burglary, and the 3 suspects ended up fleeing. And the good news is that no injuries have been reported in the incident, but the bad news is that Glo's attorneys say that jewelry was also stolen from her home. Due to police receiving that call about the burglary, they decided to execute a search around the nearby area with K9 teams and a drone unit. Detectives also responded to the scene, and deputies reportedly detected a strong odor consistent with illegal narcotics, according to the sheriff's office. A drug task force was summoned, and a search warrant was secured for the house. A significant amount of marijuana no, I don't want to say the right word. I like saying marijuana or marijuana was discovered in plain view in the closet of the master bedroom. How is something in plain view, but it's in the closet in the bedroom? That's not plain view to me. But, hey, I digress. Glorilla was later charged with felony possession of marijuana and possession of Schedule I controlled substances. She turned herself in voluntarily at the Forsyth County Jail on Tuesday and was released the same day on bail of $22,260. Marissa Goldberg and Drew Finling of the Finling Law Firm are Glorilla's attorneys helping out with this case. And they told TMZ that the arrest of Gloria Woods is a disturbing window into how warped law enforcement priorities have become. Miss Woods was out of town when her residence became a target for a group of home invaders who most likely knew she wasn't there. What they didn't know was that she had family staying with her that were traumatized by the violent entrance of this group, who grabbed high-value jewelry before taking off once they realized that the home wasn't vacant. And Finling Law Firm is not taking this lightly. They made another statement saying when her family members did the right thing and called law enforcement, instead of investigating the violent home invasion and theft at Mrs. Woods' home, they instead sought a search warrant when they spotted what they believed was a small amount of marijuana. Law enforcement then sought arrest warrants for her, even though she hadn't been at the home for some time. No arrest warrants have been issued for the violent home invaders. Mrs. Woods is a victim, not a suspect. This is our tax dollars at work. Absolutely unbelievable. Truly, I do feel like this situation is crazy, because imagine probably getting a call from like a family member explaining to you that your house just got broken into and they're about to call the police. You say, okay, handle your business. And then before you know it, there's a search warrant for your house. And then not only that, but you are being charged with a controlled substance and with marijuana, and you weren't even in the home. How are you going to be charged with possession of something that you're not even in possession of? And I know that, a lot of times if it's in your house, it's counted as yours. And I do get that. It's just the fact that she wasn't present and she hadn't been for a very long time. And it seems as though you could document this type of stuff and see for yourself. Okay, well, she wasn't in the house from this time to this time for it, so it's impossible for the stuff to be hers. Like, geez, I don't know. That's just so messed up. A robbery turned into you getting arrested. How does that work? Where are the suspects at? Can we focus on the priorities here? Now, this story is still developing, so if there's any other updates, I'll be sure to let you guys know, whether I put it in the comments of this video or if it's enough info, I'll just make a part 2. But if you guys made it this far, I want you to leave your thoughts in the comments. Do you feel like it was justified for her to have to turn herself in? Do you think the marijuana was possibly hers? I mean, but hey, who knows? It could have been, it could have not been. I mean, it really could be 50-50 at this point. But if you made it this far, I want you to put your thoughts in the comments. Do you feel like the marijuana was hers? Do you feel like she should be held responsible? What do you think? And also, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell. That way you're notified every time I post. And in the meantime, please be careful about who you have in your house, who you have in your space, because you don't know what they're bringing in, and you could be held responsible. It's crazy. Because guess what? This world is cray-cray. Okay, love you. Bye.